Hello, duckies, and welcome to the Boneyard. And as always, I'm your host, Caster. Now, in this episode, we're going to learn how to install the legendary McWill LCD mod for the Sega Game Gear. Oh, ducky, it's a very difficult mod, but I trust that you can do it, and hopefully, I'll be able to help you out during this episode. Ducky, I believe in you, and we can do it together. So, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial slash showcase of the McWill LCD mod for the Sega Game Gear.
Alright, duckies, and here we are with the legendary McWill mod. Came in today. Alright, so get it from Console 5. That's where I got it from. You probably get it from a different distributor, depending on what country you're at. But Console 5 has it. I'm not sure who else has it. I think RetroModding.com might have it. But, wherever, you can check out on the internet and see who's near you. But if you're in America, check out Console 5. They're actually really good. They've got really good tech manuals for like repairing, recapping. So if you don't have if you don't know how to recap a Game Gear, or if you need help or anything like that, they got really good technical manuals also. Not just a store, but they got a lot of great information, and not just for Game Gear too. They have information for like all kinds of systems, and they have products for all kinds of systems. So go to console5.com and check them out. And yeah, I'm not getting promoted, but but I'm gonna promote them anyways. All right, so opening up here, we get there you go. Doug, here's all the information you need. You know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and their website. So there you go. And then on the back here, there we go. We got some tips for you. Or like that. There you go. There you can see it all. All right, there we go. So, anyways, so what we get in here is here it is, the legendary McWill mod. Oh, the legendary McWill screen. Here we go. Oh, baby, look at that. Yes, look at that. Oh, that looks so clean and nice. I love it. I love it. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna look so badass. All right. So, anyways, so that's the screen, and it's gonna install like that. So that's gonna be facing you. All right. So let's put that to the side, very gently. This is $90. So be very gentle with this. So yeah, if you're not very good with your soldering skills, this is not the mod to test out on. Okay, so be very careful. Because if you mess this up, that's money down the drain. So be very careful, Ducky. And then what else we get in here? We get some ribbon wire. So all the wire you're gonna need. You can just peel these off as you need them. Oh yeah, Ducky. So it should look really nice and clean. So you get all the wiring you're gonna need. So you're gonna need a pair of good wire strippers. And then now this is optional, but you get the a VGA connector. So what you're gonna need, and this is if you want to do it. I'm not gonna do it myself, but if you're going to do this, you're gonna need like a Dremel, and then you would install like you cut a hole to fit this, and then you'd have yourself a nice little VGA port. In case you want to like, I don't know if you want to do like game captures, or if you're gonna do like a let's play or something, or yeah, hell, if you just want to connect it to your TV, yeah, that's what you would need this for. And so there is an additional step if you're gonna do that. But me, I don't care for that. So, hey, I got me a VJ connector for something. And then apparently this is something Console 5 does. I didn't know. I thought maybe this was just an accident, but everybody on the subreddit was telling me otherwise. Yeah, everybody was telling me that. No, this is what they put in here. Yeah. Oh no, crap! I dropped it. Bear with me. Technical difficulties. We're doing this live, Ducky, so things like this happen. Oh boy. Oh yeah, fatty grunt. Okay, so get an atomic fireball. Yeah, I opened this up and I was like, what's a piece of candy doing in here? Yeah, apparently he does that. Apparently he puts in his I guess McWill mods, because I've ordered a capacitor kit from him before and I haven't got any piece of candy, so I was just like, did someone accidentally throw that in there? But no, no, I think that's actually neat. People on the Game Gear subreddit were telling me, yeah, it's something you can, have something to suck on while you're doing this job, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. If you don't know what an atomic fireball is, it's basically hot cinnamon candy. Yeah, so a little bit intense. So that's pretty cool. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and skip to the prep work, and we'll be right back, Ducky. All right, Duckies, I got some of the prep work done. I'm not gonna actually do this like the Game Gear recap video where I'm actually doing it. I'm actually soldering with you and showing you how to do it. We're gonna do jump cuts because it's not really that hard with a lot of this. I'll get to the hardest part in a second, but yeah, a lot of removing the components is not that hard. It's putting on the resistors, which you're going to have to do. So, first off, before you do anything, on the top case here, get a pair of flush cutters, okay, and just snip this off, okay, because you're not going to need the security bit anymore after this, and you're going to snip that little security or screw peg off. That's all you got to do with that. And then for the metal shielding, you're going to snap these off. Get your wire cutters or something, and just you can like take a little snip and get it started, and then just kind of bend it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then it should snap off. And that's all the prep work to the case you got to do. Okay. Now, as you can see, there's no LCD here, so what you're gonna have to do, and I kind of jumped the gun a little bit by removing the LCD, but do not pull this up. Okay, you remove the tape that's on there, and then with the ribbon cable, do not pull it up. So we're going to take my tweezers and pretend that they're soldering iron. And what you're going to do is with one hand, you're going to like kind of like pull. You're just going to like raise up, not pull. You're just going to raise up. Okay, and then with your other hand, with your soldering iron, you're going to like just go over this very slowly, and you'll see it to start to pull up. And you just go over it and you get these little, all these pins here. You're going to get all the solder on there liquefied. And you're just going to slowly pull up. Don't use any force. Just let it work with you. Okay? Go very slow. Just very slow, because you do not want to pull these pads up. Okay, Ducky? Because these things could come up very, very easily. And if these pads pull up, there's a way around it, but oh, Ducky, it's so damn hard. Just go slow, okay? Just go slow. Listen to me and go slow, and just slowly pull it up, and you should be fine. And then for your orientation, here's pin 1, and here's pin 68. So when they tell you to go to like pin 9, you'll count down, and that'll be pin 9, okay? And then what's really weird here is this is pin 1, and this is pin 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it goes like that. Because this right here is pin 45. This is pin 44, 43, 42. Okay, that's how you go. That's how you count that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to remove not this voltage regulator right here. You're going to remove the little thing above it. And then you're going to remove this coil, and then this piece right here, the tube. You're going to remove the fuses, which they're right here. This is where they're soldered onto. You're going to remove those. And then you're going to remove a lot of these little resistors down here, these little bitty pieces right here. They're all over the board. You're going to remove, not every one, obviously, but there's some that you have to remove. And the instructions will tell you which ones to remove. A tricky one is actually up here by the contrast wheel. And you got to remove some of these up here, but you don't remove everything up here. You you remove this one right here, and you remove this one right here, and then you skip this. This is the one you need to stay on there. And then you remove this little black transistor, and then you remove this one up here at the top. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then this thing right here. You gotta be careful, Ducky, because it's right next to each other. So I'm gonna try to get real quick with one hand. So we're gonna tin the end of our soldering iron and get a little soldering in there. And let's see here. You're gonna go on one end, kind of get that loose. Kind of get both ends. Make a little bit more solder here. Kind of blob it on there a little bit. And yeah, there we go. I got a little worried there because it came off, but it fell off. So I thought I got the wrong thing. All right, so let me just clean that off. And then so just be a little bit more careful when you're doing it. But you're going to take that off there just like that. Just kind of get both ends there and slowly get it. And then slowly get this one. And just be careful not to touch that one. So be careful not to touch the ones around that you're not going to get. And again, I'll link the you should get the instructions with yours. I know Console 5 doesn't send them out, but they do have them on their website, and you can print them out. I will send you a link to their instructions, so hopefully those will be pretty good. But yeah, so that's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna just finish that and do like that right there. So I'm gonna jump cut, and we're gonna have everything done. Oh, real quick before we jump cut, part I want to tell you that's really hard. Okay, and what you're gonna do is you got resistor 13 right here by this chip here. 13, 14, 15, and 16. You can see they're kind of like, if I can get there right there. Okay, you can see they're kind of boxed in here, a little bit of a thicker line. But these 4 resistors here, you're going to get these all up, okay? Just get these all up, and then you're going to take some flux and some soldering braid, or whatever you use to get up solder. Just soldering wick will be fine. And you're going to get all the solder up and basically get this flat, okay? And then what comes with the thing, and I didn't even do that in the previous segment, is you're going to take these 0 ohm resistors, okay? And you're going to take these out. Yeah. You're going to pop these out of here very carefully. And you're going to take your pair of tweezers. You need a pair of ESD tweezers, electrostatic discharge safe tweezers. And basically what you're going to do, I'm going to show you on one that's already on here, but what you're going to do is you're going to get on here and you're going to have your low resistor here, and you're just going to pop it into place, and then you're just going to take a little bit of solder on the end of your soldering iron and just dab the end real quick. Of course, have flux down before you do this, and then dab the end, and then hopefully it'll be kind of stuck on there, and then get the other end, and then just kind of repeat that for each one. But it takes a steady hand. That's why this is the hardest part, is putting these little teeny things on here. So yeah, and once you've got this part done, after that it's really not that hard after that point. This right here is the hardest part. So once you got this, you're pretty much good to go, Ducky. It's pretty much after that. It's just removing other components and then putting in wires through the board. But other than that, Ducky, you should be good to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump cut to the next part here, and we'll show you. I'll go over what I did. All right, Ducky. All right, Duckies, I got everything taken off here. Okay, so you can see we got all this stuff taken off here, the stuff we're supposed to, fuses and the tube there, and these capacitors here and that coil. And as you can see, I kind of messed up on Q3 there. I lifted that pad, but yeah, we don't need Q3, so it's okay. All in all, um, as you can see, we got that little spot there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, got all that done there. And then we got this was the part that let me tell you. Now remember I told you to lift these or to get these up and then replace them with these ohm capacitors. Oh, Ducky, let me tell you something. When I tell you, okay, that you need a steady hand, old Papa Castor's not he's not lying to you now. Oh, geez, that was nerve wracking. I mean, I managed to get him in. Like I feel like I got him in at a good pace, but yeah, they don't look really pretty, but they're in there, and they work. So yeah, I'm just happy I got those. So yeah, it's all downhill from here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we pretty much got everything we needed to get out, and then we got those replaced. Man, I'm really happy about that. That was actually really good. Because I mean, I was just sitting there with my tweezers. I mean, I was just oh, it was nerve wracking. Oh, you need a steady hand, and a little magnifying glass always helps too. Yeah, I had to actually get the magnifying glass out because I really could not see that. Yeah, I mean I have good eyesight, but damn, that was really really small. Okay, so now we got that done. Let's focus there. All right, so now that we got that done, we're gonna go ahead and jump cut to some of the wires that are already done, and I'll go and explain that. All right, duckies, through the magic of photography, it's been 24 hours since the last jump cut. I know. It's we had some problems, but we'll go over that. So let's see what we got here. So we got everything wired up. Okay. This is pretty much how you're gonna do it. Just like how you do with the Retro Kai back light mod. You just these are the button. These go to the buttons, and you'll wire these to the similar area, and then you got your ground, and then you got your VCC right here. Okay, that's for the video. Now, I went through this hole because it is a lot. It's a lot easier to go through there than coming up and down here. So I went through here and connected it to these points, and then you're going to connect this all the way around here. Now, I said it was all downhill, but no, 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 Ducky. This part caused me a lot of trouble. So what you're going to do on the guide is you're going to find the wires that you need. I believe it's 9, 16, 18, 20, 39, and 57. And you're going to find them, and you're going to very carefully try to get those on each one of those little lines there. I know it's hard to see because I got Kapton tape on there. I wanted to make sure I held them down. They're on there securely, but I just want to, get a little bit more secure. Now, pin 9, we had a little bit of problem. The pad lifted. So what I ended up doing was taking a pair of taking a hobby knife actually, and taking it and just lightly scraping with my hobby knife the solder mask. And the solder mask are these like little lines here. These are the connectors right here. So I just scraped it up just a little bit, very gently, and then once you're just barely scraping. Let a sharp knife do the work, and you'll start to see the copper come up, and you keep going until there's more copper exposed, and then use your flux. Use your flux on all of this, but use your flux, and you'll be able to adhere this wire to that line there. So, yeah. So this is actually looking pretty good here. And then, yeah. Now this wire here, same deal. is I kind of went up with this wire. You have to, from the VCC, you got to go all the way to the pin on here on the connector. I did have it through here, but it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of getting in the way of things. So I decided just to loop it around and just put it right there. And then you got the ground that goes right to that little third pin right there. Yeah, so we're looking pretty good here. Looking pretty good. And then, of course, you know, all these pins, you flip them around and I try to go like this. I didn't want to get them all on one side because they'd be way too thick. And then I put Kapton tape to kind of keep them down. I'm going to have to secure that even better. And those are those ohm resistors that we had before. A little jumper wire. Yep. Now, when I did test this, there was a problem. The screen did power on, but it was just a blank screen, or well, it was like a purple screen, and sometimes it'd be a blue screen. And I kept going over, and my wiring was good. I just didn't know what the problem was. So, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ducky, you're gonna have to double, triple, quadruple everything. Okay, go over everything and make sure there's nothing touching. There's nothing. Everything is on there right. Get a magnifying glass and make sure that all these are properly on here. And one thing I like to do, and one thing I did, was I took a multimeter and I did the connectivity setting. And what I would do is I would hold one on the wire, and then I would go to each pad adjacent to that wire and make sure I wasn't getting any kind of noise to show that I was having a connectivity issue there. So make sure there was no bridging or anything like that. And when I did that, there was nothing beeping, so I knew I had them all on a pad. And then I kept counting over and over and over again to make sure that these were on the right ones, and they were. And I could not figure out for the life of me what it was. I mean, I was checking everything, but I had everything wired up properly. Until I took a magnifying glass and I took a flashlight and I started going over everything with a fine-tooth comb. And so I looked up here, and right here was the son of a bitch. I believe it's pin 42. Yeah. Right here, if I can get a steady hand here. Right here, I had this wire soldered to this pin here, but there was the smallest little filament of a wire, like just a little piece of metal, the smallest microscopic piece you could find. I could not see it with my naked eye. I actually had to see it with a magnifying glass. And then so I took a pair of flush cutters and just snipped it real quick. And sure enough, when I powered it on, it booted up properly. Oh, Ducky, it looks good. So, before we actually see what it looks like, I'm going to show you a couple other things here. Okay, and be careful when you're moving this here. You don't want to you don't want to knock these wires out. So once you have it in position, and the best way to figure out how to get in position is get your front case, okay? And I have to use a different front case because this rubber gasket came off of the other one, and I cannot find my super glue. I've looked all over for it, but for just testing purposes, I used this one. So I had to cut everything off of here, and I had to cut off this too here. But you shouldn't have to cut that off. But yeah, I found that out later. If it's properly aligned, you won't have to cut that off. So anyways, yeah, this rubber gasket had come off. So with this front case I have, the spare one, it's still on there. So I was testing with this one. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it, you're going to put that in there, and then just power it on, and then just see where the screen lines up. Use a game that has a lot of, I guess, like a lot of color. Like it doesn't start off and it's black, it has like the date or something on it. Use something like Sonic the Hedgehog that starts up with the Sega logo, so it's white. And that way you can see, you don't have to wait forever. You can use any game, but it's just so you don't have to wait forever. But, and then just make sure that it's properly aligned and just keep adjusting the screen. Keep, move it very gently, kind of slide it because it's in there like this. It's in between the PCB of the mod and the LCD, so it's kind of like, yeah, you can see in there. It's kind of sandwiched in there. So you just keep scooting it back and forth until you get it to the right position. And once you do, then you're going to take some solder and you're going to kind of blob it on there. Use some flux and blob it onto here and blob it on there. So you got to secure where it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a jump cut. And we're going to try to put this in here. And then we're going to see how everything looks. All right, Ducky. Be back in a minute. All right, Ducky, it's been one long, wild ride, but we finally got to where we're supposed to be. All right, so as you can see, I've been trying out different games. The thing looks absolutely amazing, and yeah, there's a little bit of dust on the inside. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to try to shake that off or something. That's gonna be annoying. Yeah. Oh, but without further ado, Ducky, are you ready? Are you ready to see what we did? Oh, look at that, Ducky. Oh, Ducky. Oh, Ducky, doesn't that look so damn good? The colors might be off because this is the screen. But, yeah. That's why I'm kind of like trying to angle it a little bit. I'll watch the demo here for a little bit. Oh, Ducky, look at that. Doesn't it look so good? Oh, man, it was worth it. It was worth it. Now let's try something else. I want you to see how this looks. Now the thing is, the screen is the LCD is not exactly center, but okay, it's not exactly center, but I got it as close as I'm gonna get it without me getting frustrated. So yeah, my patience is kind of run out. So it's good enough. I mean, sometimes it depends on what game you're playing. Sometimes there's maybe just a little bit of information at the bottom, or something a little bit on the side. But I mean, it's very small. But yeah, once you start playing, you're not gonna notice anything. But let's try Vampire Master of Darkness, which yeah, it looks very very good on this. And this is the one you kind of notice things are off centered. So yeah, it's a little, yeah. For some reason, that first line is all the way to the side. Doesn't matter what it's on. Oh yeah, horrible events. Look at that. Look how good that looks. Now this is the one that looks like a Castlevania game. So let's just play a little bit. Oh yeah. Just get through all this. Blah blah blah. It's Jack the Ripper. Thames River. And it plays just like Castlevania. Okay, we got our upgrade. This is basically like your whip is a cane. And just like Castlevania, watch this. You had like meat stuck in the walls. Yeah, you got health items stuck in the walls. Now there is a bit of shimmering. If you'll see, like when the screen moves with me, you'll notice there's like a little, like it wiggles a little bit, as you can see. Yeah, I don't like that, but that seems to be with the McWill mod than more than anything. But yeah, look at that. Yeah, going upstairs and downstairs just like Simon Belmont. Oh yeah, that's like a clear everything out weapon. All right, so and then yeah, that's as you can see, it's cut off a little bit. You can kind of look down there and you can see a little bit, but it's not enough. Really, it's yeah. See, like it's not enough to. I mean, it might irritate you if you have OCD, but honestly, I think it looks pretty good. All right, and then oh yeah, and then this looks absolutely amazing. Legend of Illusion. It looks oh, it looks so amazing. And as you notice, I got batteries. All right. Oh, there we go. That's supposed to be like fog, I guess. Yeah, it's actually a lot more colorful. Um, it's just because I guess I'm using the camera here. Oh, this game is so fun. And we got to the first stage. All right. So, Ducky, that's the McWill mod. You know, yeah, it was kind of hard. Let me tell you, it wasn't an easy ride. But I tell you what, it's really worth it. I mean, if you want to play your Game Gear in a whole new way, I mean, oh, Ducky. And then yeah, you're gonna want to like replace the screen too before you do anything. But I'm not gonna replace this because I don't have another replaceable screen, and I want to sell this, and whoever gets it, well, they can mess with it. But I'm done. I'm done with this. But oh, this looks so good. Until this gets sold, this is I'm gonna be playing this. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, when I got my stuff from Console 5, apparently he puts candy in there. Weird. So we'll eat that later. But yeah, anyways, Ducky, I just wanted to show you some games that I had and how the McWill mod really looks. I mean, it's amazing, Ducky. Oh man. Oh yeah, another feature I forgot to show you. Let's see if I can do it real quick. When you press all the buttons, let's see if we can just slide through this real quick. I forgot to show this feature. Okay, so we're gonna pause the game. If you press the start button, 1 and 2 button all together, it will cycle through different sizes. Like it'll zoom in and out, and it'll give scan lines too. So let's see if we can check this out here. Let me do a little. Okay, so yeah. So let's. Okay, so now it's got scan lines. It actually looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, looks a lot like the original Game Gear with scan lines. Yeah, that actually looks really good. Sometimes I think scan lines are really gimmicky and they don't look good, but this actually looks pretty good. This looks like it's actually what's supposed to be. I think I might actually play like this. This looks really good. Yeah. All right, Ducky. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out. Yeah, it's gonna really annoy me. I'm gonna have to try to get that. Very gently shake it. Try to get it out. Now see, our good friend Navy Vet, the one who had the thing for the backlight, the Hell Legend backlight. He's actually gonna start selling these thicker the gaskets that are out here. He's gonna sell a thicker one that's specifically made for the McWill mod, and it'll stop crap like that. It basically is what it's supposed to be, like a dust protector. It's supposed to stop, basically make a seal and stop dust from getting on and having this like issue right here. So yeah, so when he finally sells them, it's gonna be awesome. Some new things coming down the pipe real quick before we leave. Want to talk about a few things. So I have a few things planned. Of course, again, we're gonna do those Game Boy videos whenever I can get them. And also, this came in the mail today. Yeah, so we got a Game Boy Advance. We're gonna try to get working. The owner said, or the seller said that it wasn't working. It couldn't power it on, but there's still some corrosion on there, as you can see. Said he tried to clean it off, but he couldn't get the corrosion off. So I'm going to clean this off. But what we're going to do is we're going to install the IPS version 2 backlight onto this. And we're going to do the no-cut mod version. Yeah, where you don't have to even, you don't have to cut this at all. So that's going to be fun. But I'm going to have to, the mod kit actually is going to be coming from overseas. So with all the pandemic and stuff going on, it might be a while before it gets here. Again, we got the Nintendo mod we're going to do eventually, as soon as the guy who sells the RGB kits, as soon as he has them back in stock, as soon as his U.S. distributor has them back in stock, we're going to try to snag one of those. I tell you what, Ducky, right now is a great time to be in the mod community and just in the retro gaming community, because there's all kinds of things coming out. There's the PlayStation HDMI mod, which is coming out real soon. I forget the guys who are going to bring that out, but they're coming it out real soon. I think Voltar is going to do a video on it whenever he gets it. Game Gear stuff is going to be coming out. We're going to get the new power boards. Retro Kai has new soundboards out. I think Retro Kai is going to actually make its own version of the McWill. Yeah, basically it's going to be a great time. There's actually different people that are making their own versions of McWill mods. So it's a great time to be with the Game Gear. The Game Gear is finally getting a lot more stuff than it should be. The Game Boy line always gets like the bulk of like mods and stuff. Well, everything's coming up Game Gear pretty soon. So anyways, Ducky, if you want more videos, hey, since I helped you get this McWill mod in, why don't you do me a favor and like and subscribe? Share the videos, give me a comment down below, and tell me like if you've installed a McWill mod and how difficult it was for you, or if you've got one and how much you like it. Also, if you like anime, we also have anime discussion videos that are going to be out. I'm actually going to do a video after this video, and we're gonna continue our weekly ReZero anime discussion. So, anyways, Ducky, like and subscribe for more. And I really hope this helped you, Ducky. And I hope it gave you the confidence to do a more difficult mod. So, anyways, Ducky, like always, stay safe and be good to each other.